It was the kind of town where strangers stood out. Maplewood had only two main streets, one grocery store, and a diner that hadn't changed its menu in 40 years. Everyone knew each other's names, secrets, and family histories, or so they thought. On a rainy Tuesday morning, the body of Thomas Granger, the town's beloved hardware store owner, was found in his shop. No blood, no broken windows, no signs of struggle. Just Thomas, slumped in his chair, eyes wide open as if he'd seen something, or someone, that had frozen him in place. Sheriff Helen Ward, a woman with sharp eyes and a sharper sense for lies, closed the shop to the public and started asking questions. She knew Thomas well, he'd been a friend to everyone. But as she dug deeper, she discovered something odd. Thomas had withdrawn almost all of his savings 2 days before he died. The money was gone. Helen interviewed the usual suspects, his employees, neighbors, and even his estranged nephew, Jason. Each denied knowing anything, but Helen noticed a pattern. Whenever she mentioned the missing money, people got nervous. Then, late one night, as she reviewed security footage from the shop, she saw something strange. The clock on the wall behind Thomas seemed to skip forward several minutes, almost like the video had been edited. Only one person had the keys to the footage system, Lila Harper, the diner waitress who also cleaned the shop after hours. Helen paid Lila a visit. The young woman looked pale, tired, and jittery. At first, she insisted she knew nothing, but when Helen mentioned the missing money, Lila broke. Thomas had been hiding something, not money, but documents. Papers that tied several well-respected townspeople to an illegal land deal that had driven 3 families out of Maplewood years ago. Lila claimed she found the papers while cleaning and confronted Thomas. He panicked, saying that if those papers got out, people would die. 2 nights later, Thomas was dead, and the papers were gone. Helen began to suspect that the murder wasn't about greed, it was about silencing the past. She kept digging, but every time she got close to the truth, someone warned her to stop. Anonymous letters appeared under her door. Her tires were slashed. Even her deputy told her quietly to let it go for her own safety. But Helen couldn't let it go. One rainy evening, she received an envelope in her mailbox. Inside was a single photograph, Thomas standing in front of the old Granger farm with 3 men, all pillars of the community, the mayor, the pastor, and the bank manager. On the back of the photo was a single word, written in red ink, Barry. The next morning, the mayor announced his sudden retirement. The pastor left town that night. The bank manager was found in his office, gone, in the exact same way as Thomas. Helen realized then that this wasn't over. Whoever was cleaning up the past was still out there, still watching, still willing to kill. And in a small town like Maplewood, where everyone knew everyone, it meant that the killer was someone she saw every single day.